Hey guys, so Rosaria is coming out in less than a week now, and in a guide to make sure that people know how to prepare for her or what to do when she comes out, I'm going to talk about today what talents you should upgrade on Rosaria, depending on what playstyle you want to do. So she has quite a diverse playstyle. You can use her in a lot of roles or different ways. So we're going to talk about most of the different ways you could try her out or use her on a team, and if so, what talents you would want to level up first. So if you do enjoy this little guide and you want to support me, you can feel free to sub, because only 5% of people watch my videos are subscribed. And if you're new or returning to the channel, we do daily Genshin guides, discussions, anything in between. And I need your guys' support as much as possible, because I'm trying to make this content creation a full-time thing, and I won't be able to do it without your guys' help. So if you guys want to support me, always feel free to. But let's get into it. So Rosaria's skills have been shown on the on the Hoyo Lab article, and we got different things. We got her normal attack, which is known as Spirit of the Church, which is going to be 5 rapid strikes, and obviously he's got his charge attack. But the main thing here is that it does have a couple double ups here with the normal attacks, so which means Rosaria can actually be a bit of a physical damage dealer. So that could be a fun way to build her. You can build her to do physical damage instead of any other things. And this is also helpful because she's a cryo character. Now, the reason why this is helpful is due to her second and third ability. So we have her E, known as the Ravaging Confession. So she can teleport behind an opponent and then pierce them, dealing cryo damage. Now, you can't use this to go behind larger enemies, which is a bit of a shame, because I know a lot of people care about boss fights or a lot of that, but it is still good cryo application, and that could be really useful for you or a team, and we can explain that in a minute as well. And her burst is basically, she puts down a circle. It's a bit like Zhongli's pillar in a way, so you can't climb it, and it does consistent cryo damage to surrounding enemies. Now that is good, because it makes her a really useful support to have as well for reactions. Now, obviously, there's going to be different playstyles you want to use for Rosaria, so we're going to discuss it. So, her normal attack. If you want to build Rosaria as a main damage dealer, obviously the main thing to do is to level up her normal attacks first. Now, this is because, obviously, if you're using her as your main damage dealer, you're probably going to be using her normal attacks quite a lot, and that's going to be quite a lot of where the bulk of your damage is coming, especially due to her being a cryo character. So yeah, if you want to use her as a main damage dealer, especially a physical one, level up her normal attack first. That's pretty obvious. Obviously, what's to say in most guides, level all your talents up to 6 first before you go to 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, because obviously if you've got level 10 normal attack but level 1, rest of your abilities, it's going to be a bit off balance, and you won't be maximizing your damage as you could be. So, of course, we're going to talk about her E now. So the reason why I'd say if you're building Rosaria as a main damage dealer, so level that up next, is because of her being a cryo. Now, obviously, cryo has a few reactions. You can do freeze, you can do superconduct, and you can do melt. Now, obviously, you could use this as a big damage melt like comp, but the main thing that's interesting about being a main damage dealer is that you could use this to apply superconduct. Now, superconduct lowers the defense, the physical defense of enemies for a few seconds. Now, obviously, having that on a physical damage dealer is going to be increasing your damage for free, just because she's cryo. It means you only need to bring an electro character with you. So that could be maybe a Lisa, a Fischl, a Beidou, whatever you want to use, and you can apply superconduct. However, that's like the main 2 talents to upgrade if you're using her as a main DPS, but I can't stress enough to level up her normal attack first. Now, you could use Rosaria as a elemental mastery melt character. Now, it's going to be a bit of an interesting way to build her, but I mean, you just put elemental mastery on her, you put on a bit of attack, you apply the cryo, and then maybe someone else applies the pyro, and then you get some melt, and that's a bit of damage. However, I wouldn't say it's an optimal way to play her, but to each their own. I know some people like to do that out there, so I've just suggested it. If so, I'd say level up your E and your Q and your ult, but I'd say maybe your burst first, because obviously that's going to be doing consistent cryo damage, compared to this. Whereas this could just probably be like one big burst. Having consistent cryo damage would be actually kind of useful to have, especially if you've got like a Deluca on your team. But Another, the last, final way that I can think of right off the top of my head of ways to build her is you could do, obviously, the support Rosaria build. And to do a support Rosaria build, you just level up your Q, you level up your E, but mainly your Q first, because obviously you're going to be doing consistent crowd damage. You can use your burst, switch out to someone else. Maybe let's say a Xingqiu. You pop his burst. Freeze shatter. You're going to be doing a lot of freeze reactions, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a fun way to build her, especially if you don't like using Chongyun that much, or you don't have a Chongyun. So that's the last way I can think of how to build Rosaria. But let me know down below, what talents do you think you're going to level up first on Rosaria? And I hope this video did help you. So if you do want to support me, feel free to sub. Of course it's free, but thank you guys for watching it, and I'll see you guys in another video soon. So please take care.